Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Thanks so much for joining me for my Happy Friday series. For this series we're using items that we have in our stash. And so what I have is this adorable little stamp set. And it's from Stampendous. It's the Spring Short Stack stamp set. It has these cute little interchangeable parts that you can create tons of different little elements for your card. So I'm going to use that stamp set. And then from my stash I have a paper pad, an old one. It's from Studio Calico. It's the Here and There collection. And I'm going to be using a few papers that are in that pack. We're going to jump in and get started. I have a rectangle die and we're going to cut out some Bristol smooth cardstock. And I have actually two sets of dies. This is a smaller stitched and then I have a larger stitched. And since we'll probably use both of these today, but I'm using the smaller stitch to cut out my panel that we're going to create a little scene with. Put that back, and then we are going to do some stamping. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and first off we're going to grab these cute little itty bitty adorable boots that you can color in as boots, or today I'm going to make rain boots. It's been raining here like crazy. They've had flash flood warnings and everything, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a little rainy day card. I'm grabbing the little raincoat and I'm going to just tilt it just a little bit off to the side just for a little added interest, and I think that looks adorable. And then we're going to stamp the little paws and attach them to the little raincoat there. And then I think, well, I was going to use a little teddy bear, but then I thought the kitty is so cute, so we're going to stamp the kitty. But then my eyes went to that adorable little hat with the flower. So we're going to stamp that, and we're going to do a little masking with it because I want the hat to be actually on top of the kitty's head. So I just used a piece of Post-it that I had on my desk, and we're going to place the little kitty's head image just so I know where I'm going to place the hat at. We're going to stamp the hat, and then we're going to place our little mask right on top of the hat. And this will give the illusion that it's actually on the kitty's head. Stamp the kitty right there, and then we'll remove that mask. And I just love that little hat with the flower. She looks so cute. Okay, now since I love that little flower and I wanted a little flower on the bottom of our scene, so I'm taking some washi tape and I'm masking off the hat. So we're just going to stamp the flower at the bottom of our scene here. I love it how floppy it is, just love that. And so we're going to stamp it right next to the little boot there. And I am happy the way that turned out. Lovely. Okay, now the cutest little umbrella ever. I'm going to stamp it on a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock here, and it is a little froggy umbrella, and it is so cute. If they sold these, I would love to buy a couple for my girls. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Okay, now I was just going to stamp the handle of the umbrella and put it on the kitty, but I thought it's just easier just stamping the whole thing, and plus it's nice to give me a little guide after I color in the umbrella where to put it. So now that we have all of our images stamped out, we're going to do some coloring. I'm going to be using my alcohol markers, and I don't want to bore you, so I'm going to play some music as I color. Okay, now that we have all of our coloring done, we are going to cut out that umbrella and just set that aside. I used that larger stitched rectangle die, and I cut out a piece of that pattern paper from the pack. And then I'm taking my hillside border dies, and I'm going to create two little hillsides. So I cut those out, and then now we're just going to kind of arrange them at the bottom of our card here. And that little flower kind of threw everything off because the stem wasn't long enough, so I'm trying to arrange it to where the hillside's kind of covering the stem. And so I'm just kind of placing it where I think it looks cute. And we're going to stamp our sentiment down there too, so I wanted enough room for my sentiment. I'm taking some adhesive. This is removable adhesive, and I'm just going to tack the bottom piece of my hillside on the bottom so it doesn't move. And then I'm taking that same rectangle die that I used for my panel, and I'm just going to run the whole thing through my die cut machine. And I cut those out, and now we're going to work on our sentiment. I'm using a sentiment that says, "I wish I could make everything better." And it is a block stamp, and I'll link below where you can get it, or if they still have it. I've had it for a while, and I don't even know if they even have it out there anymore. It was part of a set, I know that, but I'll link it below what stamp set it was. And since it is a block stamp, I'm using my Stamp-A-Majig because I always get it crooked. And I'm just gonna stamp my sentiment. And I actually ended up stamping just the top part, so I masked off the bottom part, and so we're just gonna add some white embossing powder and heat set that. And that sentiment says, "I wish I could make," and I'm just removing the removable adhesive there. And then we're gonna take our card base, standard size card base, and we're gonna stamp the rest of our sentiment on the inside, and inside will say "everything better." I'm taking some more of that washi tape, kind of masking it off a little bit, and then I was going to use the Memento, but then I thought the VersaFine would give more of a crisper image, so I stamped it with the VersaFine and removed our little mask, and we're just going to stamp it right in the center here. Perfect. I think it looks so cute. Okay, now that we have the inside done, we're going to work on our card base here. Well, we need to add our hillside, so I'm going to directly adhere that to our front panel. I want them to stand on the heel, so kind of lining it up. And then I'm going to pop up our sentiment piece with some foam tape. Remove the back there and stick it down the bottom. Perfect. And then I'm taking a little bit more of the foam tape, and then we're going to pop up our umbrella. And I'm taking a pattern paper that we cut out earlier with our stitched rectangle die, and we're going to place that directly on our card base. And then we're going to pop up our panel here. Remove the backing, and we're going to stick it right in the center of our card. I think it turned out so cute. I love little scenes that you can make with cards. Right in the center there. Okay, now we need to add some bells and whistles. So I'm taking my Wink of Stella shimmer pen, and that's not what I grabbed actually. I actually grabbed my white gel pen. So I'm just adding little itty bitty white dots to the, brightening up the eyes, and then going over those little froggy circles, and then the raincoat pockets. I'm adding little polka dots too. I just want to, when you add, white to any bright color, I think it just makes the image have a little bit more interest. So I love the effect that gives. It looks so cute. Okay, now I'm grabbing, cute. Now I'm grabbing my Wink of Stella. And since we are making a rainy day scene, a rainy day scene, I think the Wink of Stella, the shimmer over the raincoat and the boots and the umbrella gives it effect that it's wet, you know, so I thought it was the cutest little accent here. So we're going to go over the little froggy umbrella. It's so cute. And then we're going to take glossy accents, which again I just put in these smaller applicator bottles that have precision tips. And I am dotting raindrops everywhere. Now I'm kind of making them like a tear shape, and I'm going everywhere but underneath the umbrella. And so I love doing this with rainy day scenes because it looks like actually raindrops, especially when it dries. Right now it's a little bit cloudy, but when it dries crystal clear, oh, it looks so adorable. I hope you can see how that turned out. It just looks so cute, and it adds a lot of dimension to your cards. Well, that's it, guys. That's my Happy Friday video using what we have. I hope this inspires you to go through your stash and use those adorable little stamps that you purchased but forgot you had. Thanks so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, let me know by subscribing. And at the end here, I have 2 videos that are related to my Happy Friday series, if you want to check those out as well. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.